Last night, my wife, the CEO, fired me in front of her entire company. But she didn't know I held the one document that could destroy her.
The Christmas gala at Sornel Tech was a sea of forced smiles and cold champagne. From the bar, I watched my wife, Siren, the company's CEO, move through the room. She was an ice queen in silver silk, her smile so polished it didn't look real. It wasn't the smile of the woman I'd married. That woman was long gone. My colleague Mallory sidled up, her red lipstick a slash of color in the sterile environment. "You look like you're having a blast, Rhett," she said dryly. I took a sip of whiskey. Nothing says festive like watching your wife network. Her gaze flicked over to Jace Arnold, Siren's executive assistant and college ex. He'd been shadowing her all night, just like he'd been shadowing her in late-night strategy sessions for weeks. "Those sessions must be intense," Mallory murmured, her voice loaded with meaning. I didn't need to answer. The signs were everywhere. Late dinners, whispered phone calls, a new perfume I didn't recognize, and hotel stays in cities where we had no clients. Then Siren called me over for a public toast, her father Wilder, the company chairman, standing beside her like a statue. "To family values," she declared, the irony hitting me like a physical blow. She turned to me, her smile dangerously bright. "Rhett, didn't you have something you wanted to say to Jace?" The entire room went silent. They were all waiting for my public humiliation. I set my glass down. "No, Siren, I don't." Her corporate mask cracked. "Either apologize for your ridiculous accusations," she hissed, "or leave." That was it. The moment my wife fired me in front of her entire company. "You're right," I said, my voice clear and steady. "Nothing says Christmas like a CEO firing her husband." The room erupted in whispers as I walked out into the storm. And for the first time in a very long time, I felt a thaw begin deep inside me. The next day, I was in my lawyer, Arden Weller's office, the rain beating against the glass. "She fired you in front of everyone?" Arden asked, pouring 2 glasses of bourbon. Word for word, I confirmed. Then she asked the million-dollar question, "Do you still have the document?" I pulled the folded papers from my jacket, the prenuptial agreement, and hidden inside it was a little time bomb I'd helped draft myself right after the wedding at her father's request, an addendum. It stated that if Serene ever engaged in an intimate relationship with a subordinate employee, she would forfeit all joint assets and lose her controlling shares in the company. She'd signed it without even reading it. Arden's smile was predatory. "This," she whispered, tapping the page, "is going to be spectacular." Siren called the next morning, furious. "What the hell was last night, Rhett?" I sipped my coffee. "You made your choice." Very publicly. She cycled through denial, manipulation, and threats, but I just calmly listed the evidence. The dinners, the hotel rooms, Chase's credit card charges, the gossip. Her voice finally went cold. "You're walking on thin ice." "Funny," I replied. "I feel like I'm the one who brought skates." "You might want to review page 12 of our prenup, Siren." The silence on the other end was deafening. Then a click. She'd hung up. The storm wasn't just outside anymore. It had moved into her world. Arden's office became a war room. We laid out hotel receipts, expense reports, and witness statements. The case was airtight. Soon enough, a frantic Wilder burst in. "Tell me you didn't sign the addendum," he begged. "Oh, I signed it," I said. And so did she. Siren arrived moments later, looking completely lost. What addendum? She didn't even remember signing her own downfall. Watching her read the clause, seeing the understanding dawn on her face, was like watching a frozen lake crack under pressure. "This says I forfeit everything," she whispered. "Yes," Arden confirmed, "because you violated everything." She argued, she begged, but the evidence was a mountain she couldn't climb. Her only choice was to resign quietly, or we would release everything to the board. The final blow came when security escorted Jace out of the building. He'd gotten drunk in the lobby and confessed everything. Someone filmed it, and the video went viral by sunset. Later that day, Arden called. Wilder caved. Siren will resign. Jace is fired. You become the majority shareholder. The next morning, Siren met me to sign the papers. She looked broken. I thought I could have it all, she whispered. The company, a marriage, the excitement. She signed away her empire with a shaking hand. When she left, she walked out into the rain alone. Arden looked at me. How do you feel? Relieved, I said, and terrified. My phone buzzed. A text from Jace. Congratulations on your victory. Hope it was worth it. I stared at the message. The storm was finally over. The company was mine. And as I looked out at the rain-soaked Seattle skyline, I knew my life would never be the same. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more stories.